Welcome, friends, to our Make Monday Magic call. Today is November 22nd, and let's take a moment to come into this space together. So, as much as you can, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Allowing yourself to drop into the here and the now. Letting go for just the next few minutes of any distractions, anything that really isn't important to you. And connecting more deeply to your intuition, your higher self. Asking that your higher self bring forward the questions, the insights, the downloads that are for your highest and best good. And help you set up your week from this place of knowing, of inner knowing, of seeing the bigger picture, seeing even the things that you can't see yet. Taking another full breath in and a breath out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And maybe just seeing if you feel any different, if you're able to do that 1 minute practice of grounding in. Such a powerful tool that you can take to any place in your life. Anytime you're going to make a decision, anytime you're going to sit down and do work, or work on something that's not work, taking that extra moment to clear your energy space of what is not needed, and specifically what is not needed for the moment or for the task at hand, and to connect into that part of you that knows what is highest and best. So yeah, I encourage you to take that practice with you beyond these calls, beyond if you work with me one-on-one or through your stellar center. It's one of my go-tos. So a few things that I wanted to touch on today before we go into setting up our weeks. Yesterday evening, we entered into a new astrological season. So we exited Scorpio season, meaning the sun moved from Scorpio into Sagittarius. We're now officially in Sagittarius season for the next month. And whereas Scorpio was very deep and intense and might have felt like, oh my gosh, like I'm really going through it. Now we get to enjoy a little bit more lightness, a little bit more optimism, and definitely some more fire with Sagittarius. And I'm very much looking forward to that. We are still in an eclipse portal. We have one more eclipse, which is actually in Sagittarius as well. So a great time, if you don't know much about this sign, to do your research. You can check out, I have a blog post about Sagittarius. Of course, if you're in your stellar center, reference the Astro Archetype Call, the workbook. Really great time to study this archetype and what you can learn from it in general, and also how it might apply to you personally through your birth chart. So that's the one thing that I wanted to share about this week. Astrologically, besides that shift, there's not so much happening, which is kind of nice because we are in this big eclipse time, which can feel like a lot is coming up, a lot is shifting, a lot is changing. We've talked about this. So my advice is to enjoy this week. If it feels a little quieter, feels a little calmer. Here in the US, we celebrate Thanksgiving. A lot of folks, or some of us in the US, celebrate our US Thanksgiving. And a lot of folks have a shorter work week. And it's really appropriate astrologically for us to just lean into some relaxation, some fun, some family time, whatever feels good for you. Now, something else that's a tradition of this week in the Gregorian calendar, or in the calendar that most folks use, not the moon calendar, is the tradition of Black Friday sales, which originally it was just on the day after Thanksgiving. All the department stores would have mega sales. Good time to start your holiday shopping if you're someone who does that. I always used this time as, get my shopping done for the year for anything I needed, new clothes. And while this holiday has always, I considered it a holiday. I've written newsletters about this. I've always considered Black Friday a holiday. And while it's something where I have many like great memories shopping and spending time with family, I don't love where the tradition has gone. And I also see the darker side of how these sales now are not just limited to one day or one weekend. I feel like I got Black Friday emails back in October, maybe even in September, like we're starting now. And it's just really feeding and has been fed by what I see as toxic capitalism and toxic overconsumption culture. So that being said, I am doing a Black Friday sale, and I wanted to share why I've decided to do that, even though I'm like, well, I don't really support this holiday. And hopefully this will help any of my fellow business owners out there, just seeing a thought process of so many decisions in business are not just black or white. And there is a lot of nuance, and you can maybe not fully agree with one thing, but see how it can be used for something else. For example, I'm not the hugest fan of social media these last few years, maybe more so the last year, and yet I see its value. And while I don't really love the game that the algorithms make us play, that the apps make us play, I also see the value in making connections and the ability to share information on those platforms. So similarly with Black Friday, I've decided to participate, and I'll talk a little bit more about what that is in case you're interested in taking advantage of one of my super deals. But there's 3 reasons why I decided to do this sale. One, the timing works well for things within my business. It just does. It's a good time to do what I'm going to do from like my personal business, or not my my business perspective. The second reason is that people are primed to buy. Even if you stopped going to like the midnight madness shopping, or you never went to the midnight madness shopping, this is the time where folks start looking for those deals, and we expect a deal. So the audience is primed to buy, which is helpful for someone who's selling something. And the third reason, and really the main reason why I wanted to offer my sale, is because there are some really great, it's not that all Black Friday sales are bad. Yes, if a product gets marked up and then marked down for the sale, that's kind of terrible. Or if we're just buying things out of lack mentality, definitely don't support that. But the offerings that I'm going to be giving are truly just a great deal on what I believe and really know to be true are courses and memberships that will feed your soul. It's not just feeding the desire to have things and buy and get a good deal. But I like a good deal too. So there's nothing wrong with getting a good deal. I just think my advice and how I'm going about my shopping this year, because there are some things that I want to buy. And there's been times in the past where which I'll speak to in just a moment, where I've signed up for programs around this weekend. And my advice is come to it from a place of what do I really want? What are things that I've already been looking at? They've already been sitting in my shopping cart. Do I need new socks? I need new socks. Like, this might be a great time to buy it. So you come to it from like a sovereign, conscious place versus like, oh my gosh, this brand that I don't even really know or like is having a sale. And this is the only time of year they're having a sale. And it looks really good. It's 70% off. So I must buy something from them. No. So 8 years ago, around this weekend, I enrolled in the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. They usually do some sort of Black Friday sale. If they're doing something this year, I'm not totally sure. I'll link it in the comments. And as always, if you're interested in IIN, you can reach out to me. Happy to share about my experience. I have a couple posts on my blog and videos talking about that program and how it really transformed things for me. And then last year, I joined a membership for, I would say it's like a women's circle that I was part of for the last year. And it was such a beautiful experience. And the full cost of the membership, the monthly cost, was a little outside of my budget, but I knew in advance that this teacher did a 50% off sale every year. And so I waited until this time and I was able to join for a monthly cost that fit better within my budget. So with that, I'll share briefly about what I'm doing this year, and then we'll go into setting up our weeks. So I am doing 50% off all of my a la carte courses and memberships, and I've even added some new courses to the lineup. I'll link where you can see where that is, but it includes Your Stellar Center, includes the Moon Rituals membership, which is the lighter version of Your Stellar Center, includes some a la carte classes like the North and South Node Masterclass, the Houses of Astrology Masterclass, the Read Your Own Birth Chart Workshop, the Shadow and Astrology Workshop, and my physical like yoga practice course, Embodied Intuition, is also on that roster. There's a few more that I didn't mention here, but all a la carte courses, again, I'll link where you can see what will be included, and the memberships will be 50% off. 50% off, no strings attached, just that's the sale. It's my gift to you. And so the discount code will be emailed out. I'll also post it on my social media feeds. Friday, the 26th, it will be good through 8 a.m. Eastern on the 30th. So just through the weekend. So if you've thought about joining Your Stellar Center, if you've thought about joining the Moon Rituals membership or purchasing any of the courses, just look for that email. Just keep an eye out. Know that you want to pop on between Friday and Tuesday morning, so sometime over the weekend, and enroll, because this is your best chance to get access to those materials or to join the memberships. After next Friday, so the 3rd, the courses and memberships, or it's my plan, it's my plan that everything will be taken offline. That being said, they will still be available. If you've purchased, if you're part of the membership, that will still be ongoing. You just will not be able to purchase at any time or join at any time. So if you think this is something you might want to do in the next month or two, join or buy today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to chat something through via email or via Instagram DM, or you can leave a comment on this video. So that's my sale, 50% off all courses and memberships. There'll be a discount code that will get you that 50% off. It's only good 7 a.m. Friday, the 26th, until 8 a.m. Tuesday, the 30th of November, 2021. And after that, the courses and the memberships will be retired, which is bittersweet, but it's what my soul is telling me to do. It's what my higher self is telling me to do. So with that, let's go into setting up our weeks. If you want to, you can put on some music, using the Monday Hour One process, brain dumping your tasks, and then picking something that might be a priority item for you. And I want to encourage you, if you do have a lighter work week, perhaps your priority item is something for you. It's to take some time offline. It's to do something with a family member. It's to do something by yourself. Your priority item, and oftentimes my priority item isn't necessarily a work thing, but doing the thing for myself or for my personal life, for my family, allows me to show up more fully in my work. So we'll meet back here in about 8, 9, 10 minutes or so. I'm going to try something new for the recording. I'm just going to pause the recording so you don't have all this blank space in the YouTube video. So pause this video, and then when you're done with your process, just hit play again. All right. I hope that was helpful for you. And I hope that it was very clear as to what is your priority for this week. And hopefully just one, maybe 2 items, not giving yourself, of course, your list of to-dos is probably more than 2 items, but not overburdening yourself with priorities, really letting the selection process point you to what is best for you. So I think that's all for today. Again, keep an eye on your inbox, or if you're more on social media, I will be posting on Instagram for that discount code. If you're interested in joining any of the memberships or enrolling in any of the a la carte virtual courses, that code will be available on Friday the 26th through the 30th, 50% off. All things that I'm really, really proud of. And like I said, they'll be retired after this sale, which is bittersweet, but it does feel correct. If you do celebrate any holiday this week, I'm wishing you a happy holiday, and we will meet back here next Monday at noon Eastern. Bye, friends.